This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Newton Latte Marijata, a drew honor Minyankoa, na Nima star. Then who was so time Biano Bianabika, when ya. All right, I'm Rahon, I'm here on the brain. Newton.
Sadio, my radio, my son, Ewa Hasena, boss. Come no relate so much on the Blasters, your performance, I could done the BI, your share, and your team, the bay each and every day, the Benny Beko. So, Chris Hughton, Eba Befajuma after Otuado, what kind of message you enter your coya, because and the camp or your prophet. He felt that this particular manager shouldn't even have started. But let's talk about his ends. And after the end of the time with the Blasters. And the start Kakrano, you will come back before that from 2008 to 2010 in general. You appointed countries from different nationalities and make Serbia, Israel, Republic of Ireland for Chris Hughton. Now the Ghana Ababes also. Now over 2008 is about from about 2017 to 2020. That has been the maximum length of period a coach be a for the Blasters. 2017 to 2020 happened to be the period that coach Chris Hughton and then Maso Kunedmo Ekikamonsa Bomu later Sika Akono so babetua so but from CK Akono Ebano, it's been a short term. Now me generalizing one ya na eya kwa ya me se coach no all kono the all banumpono onto the all kono. So comparatively we can go through the list. Now the last man or that list no to no Chris Hughton. Let's start from coach Chris Hughton. Adia na man for the Bonabaso kese his ability to pick talents and potentials obianya develop more especially on the international stage. It make kai a man for Brady about 3 more almost omaba perform coach Chris Hughton there he's been at the AFCON where to me and yes it's true. But check managers in Ubebrina. A bit more use players I have from more, but check coach Chris Hughton specifically. Obaba Christina Chu, the chief of players are afraid. Christina Chu was part of them. Long list of players I wouldn't want to take you through because a brand any Hobe. So coach Chris Hughton, or you're not from Udia, and at some point to quit. But talking about a replacement here, CK Akono, I can never say CK any good manager, but in comparing Coach Chris Hughton all call any seeker all banner. I think to me it was a reverse GR in my opinion. So Coach Chris Hughton out talk about a pedigree at that time. No coach Blaster and pain. We did it in Rafunu he was a learned at that time. But yes, so achievable. But we brought in CK at a time one. Not on also soon improve BB. But no decision making of certain people and yebusa say a day na a man interest no a drop pay for a manager the all. We can say, give certain managers some chance, they will work. But look at the status of Blasters. Only time baby, I would never touch our team no home. And to appointment, and I hit or miss Libya, it should be hit. Now, CK starts now 4 wins out of 11 games or 1 or board draw 2 no lose 5. But the winning start, Oba a form her or winning against Ethiopia. Oba Kakra Sao Tommy and Principe or Shane 3-1 or AFCON qualifies. Oba Sia Kakra General, no Babeto Ghana or Shea Sudan and also AFCON qualifies. Of course, they are friendly and or share Qatar 5-1. The last game of boy Mali at dismantle Blaster 3 goals. Okay, Mali for no Omohaya pa. And in the final third, we couldn't produce any output and I did game a barrier. So CK numbers, irrespective of how I want channel, Kakrea na enshada enche in crime be. Then came in Vestman here. Now all banner na Milovan akwakoye why be pain entino. Yamane the trust and confidence. But I will tell you why Rafuna Banansia or successful both national team and a club football. So Milovan okay the 1 goal project. Opokwajman follow baby jet. Angola 2010 it was a massive team. Or the Koya Blaster in the final, and you're beyond higher than a certain Egypt and a major trophy in a few years. And so the exit door for Milokra at that time it was tough because people felt on one on the enemy fire but Milo started no or buy okay see any general not any crowd. Now Milo's squad there a chat against Comoros. Okay, it's a game now. Andre Union record. Unfortunately, the 9 or straight in the ball. Comoros goalkeeper Naboja say the referee said the rules. Dede kohome won chain. So check a squad way and 4 way in an Oman ko AFCON for whatever reason. Fatau is a hack with this squad, but he was there in the last AFCON. Called Daniel Kofiche, you who were blaster number BM. Thomas Partey, you know, Kamal Din Suleimana. So 4 way will be any one of our AFCON we say. But just 2 years ago, now more count the last edition we more no munyina akobi. So Jordan was here, Andre was here, enjoy Omonto. Na yembra Baba Ramana and Baby and the other man Baby in central defense. Obenya Alexander Juku Obaye and Daniel Amate. So but he was not a premium member of the squad this time. No, bought free bench bar. And so Jojo Wallacott, even though they call World Cup during the qualification, but Jojo and minute back Kukra Anche and also Asadia group. So squad win and Che Yumpuno. And one honopa and a changes bebre abba squad num. Going forward, one thing as I say, we went to that AFCON with an average age of 26.6 years. Not squad near rich pa. Not squad near rich pa, trust me. Because okay, a middle first time about and the bench. She plays and on the bench. Steven Tornado appear na our bench. Hans Adusa appear na our bench. Ubenya Voss na our quality squad. And then the middle of that 2 years successful. And I know you're by idea. And now you're by idea. And farmer. So that squad was a generation defining moment of Ghana. Say you free Senegal 92 urban one. Over better squad back when more P and more door. Your DBB yeah. Near this particular squad because make a can wait on Krana never team me Rabi Mohammed Ajman Badu, Antonia Namo, Andre Ayew, Jonathan Mensah, John Boy, no more than Namasia or Moba. It was a good smooth transition. So Milovan was so successful. Now we in the bench and then the squad quality in the scene general. One thing about Milo is at that time, you know, she assistant for an on so Edinachi. Make a coach they were also very good in their own standards, but at the end of the day, Milo exited the door of the Black Stars. Then came in Otto Addo, not as a coach, but I was starting the coaching career with the Black Stars. You know, I started as a player for on our boy in the Czech Republic, your first ever game in the history of the World Cup for Ghana. Ubenya Otuado feature. So on team no from the roots, yeah, making your doorstep when done a big money on us our World Cup, you know, Otuado was part of the squad. But he came in later as a coach and amount for Bebreno who that project and I said it was a short termism. Many projects have GFA Huno actually it was a project as a fire transwork at Caribbean. But people feel said no. Your lasting tenure of a coach for Blasters should have started right away after Milo. So, Otuado Diano, Nantias, I didn't want to talk to her and send a letter decided. But Otuado, so in fact, while you are with top people in the game, who saw any club and they didn't come out Dortmund dear. In fact, Otuado or your legend back up, but a bad fear no after World Cup group stage near Fribourg, and that was the second. Tournament ever since Kurt Befeld man walk out from group stage AFCON World Cup and the group stage whatever. So but the first one and I said the second one didn't come on he had 50% win rate. Now only 2 points per game and San Odeko every match biano Obepon Krano now I shot 2 goals. But defensively no consider 0.5. That's a half a goal per match and it starts and you're bad. But at the end of the day, no, you in a D. So Otuado talking about the start Kakranoa, the Janoquano. Now, okay, all these 4 top men here, a bomb one, not just say 2 different editions or a tournament, both Qatar and Africa, and go 4 way, and putting 4 years show, Chris as happens to be the last man, Otto and a handy button in the man. And these 2 gentlemen here are back here more, but it's all been poor outcome. So, what's the way forward? And then I said, Joe Busano, you're diagnosing postmortem and a question of Chris, and the Kamukai. No, you're part of Otuado, a team, and Tino Nim, and your name was here, but be between the ACC, Danny Button, Mamia. You know, but Chris and Shobi until she caption will be the toy. It's Chris taking over the job, meaning say, yeah, the man and I am farmer said, you know, Bobo. People were also out there saying, say, yeah, farmer and not my farmer. So, oh, she Chris is also there. The lineup or they a free move, and I say, or they started, Nediano, and you or back front, it was Andrea Inaki Williams, crack. But check something here. Your average age, you know, from Nemum, at the back, Chris or Digu, you say. He is a bit different from all the managers from Aba. Coach Kosiapia is an extremely attacking manager. Otuado Edan and say Portugal must say Mr. Meba Shebi. Against South Korea, it was an expansive game. Otuado was so attacking. Milovan Rajovic on the defense, Krana 4-2 with double sixes. You know, it was working, even though not with a quality outcome. But Osha Chris Dia, a 5-3-2. I didn't Ghana a game when you defensive shape. Shachira, Elidi said, Hasebi. Obia, which yet, oh, ye defenses back. A mushi, and you go Afcon. Chris Hughton, I'm sorry, and your defense, you know. Even though was set it up in a back five, and I love for defensive midfielders, mean who be down. Or defensive midfielders, Chris Ebayajuma on Yajumano. The Bessian said, Yabeja Papa quite. He came at a time when now cranny baby so a pop up our system no mobile. Now, Metaka say, footballers almost 50 to say Emre. Now, Emre Fifia, ya could chat a sumuran on a share, Sembreno, ever survive here. So, boys need Pieba, no more Basaya. They need people to groom them, lead them in their career, coach them on and off the field. Niyama Woy, only be on the team apart from Bono or Person or Bono. So, he needs a coach who can guide him. Now, about international I did a coach for Friday, a coach for Friday, a coach for over 30 years. Now, what was I say? At the end of Niama Ghana, no, the decision makers did something wrong. I'm one crana airborne. So Chris is going. But say Joe question they say, didn't Romani Susube follow up because they've been part of the mess? We should be honest with ourselves. Judge Watson has been a coach cum analyst. The final thing they say, adios, bye-bye to these guys. And we want to pave a way. Now the who can say, Chris Hughton last lineup or the ball, Emma Ghana and Sana, you know, average age, you know, and I got 27.7, you got 28 years. So before you realize, my Jida Shima Rumono, you know, Jabon was Salis Mono, Jordan Mono Jabi BIA, 27.7. Mumusa said Franco Naro say a call World Cup no. Ye countries two normal players is Susapana, na average age, no, na Ghana either say. It was around 23. Say a squad no, 27.7. I am telling you, sir, I am speaking about African players. Today 27.7 American. Well, who do you obey no? Now you need Sanko. So it was 4-2-3-1 with Majida Shimeru, Salis Ahmed, Obenya Kudus, Jordan Ayew, and Joseph Pencil, and then Antoine Semenyo, LED line. Chris last line up. Now, Nema Chris Nibine say the goalkeeping department was a major problem. Melusi Bertolizzi is a goalkeeper for Orlando Pirates. One South Africa squad. But the third choice on the bench, inactive. Even despite the performance at Tisgi, we Ghanaians felt there should have been a continuation from there. So that boy not him didn't know about Jeff Cordiana, so no sense, no macho, no about. But we went in for Fori, and nobody is saying that Tisgi couldn't have made those errors or BIAB. But Fori, the end of the sense on activity, we can attribute that to the inactiveness. But Nicolas Opoku at the imbalances be so about you. Look, central defenders are Fred Baku and Nicolas Opoku, Salisu Asusunye, and Salisu has been part of the squad from AFCON and as a World Cup. Unfortunately, before I ever call AFCON, Salisu was inactive for Monaco, because now we're prayer. Checking the minutes to do a bomber Monaco and San about a competition is so regular. We can win for encounter. So okay, earlier first game, Kudus Bomber Ghana against Egypt. People were saying, as a Kudus crowd, who are you? Kudus was to form or hard to appear. Even the second game, Kudus was a bit mute, pen standard on Russia for Bobia because no free injury. Similar thing, Echo Edema Salisu, but Salisu by the only performance. Now this is Amate. Now Saudi Amate or Canicola so Pokumo. Now Odi Jikuba Bekanwa, the Etienne say. The Salisu Ekoye as a left central defender. But a Salisu Bono, on a Jikuso or Penny Bopa. Left, not Salisu Obono, General, a whole energy cope. But the coach didn't trust Amate. So he says, no, Jiku, you will go to the right central defense, then Salisu Bebohase. Unfortunately for us, Salisu was also out of form. So she in Egypt, or for repair by mistakes, the earlier error was committed by Salisu. He was not sharp. This guy has been in form with Europe for the club side of Turkey. Or by the game. So check on form and sign on mobile AFCON or game on the boy. Wake up and I am talking about Jiku for the Omoetie radio. Also analyze Kudus the performance of West Ham any do obey my. But the area not at the imbalance but say Nicolas Opoku preferably a person about right. Amata person about right. This has been the case. But when you know you're right now, but one left, already didn't call. etika ne necessarily supra bia ne jiku beba ha na ma ta ba be show or Gideon Mensah beba na fata ba be shim. That would have been the mathematics. Meaning say there was a certain imbalances. Jiku did his best. For the idea, we can say Jiku did his best. But the reality is say, I didn't say about tournament in about a year. Before the tournament, everybody, one of the key areas are a year Chris Hughton, Dino, Uye goalkeeper, a free, Uye 4 and 5 free man. Area back, come and call it back. Gideon Mensah did okay for me. But I didn't say about a year or tournament room. So despite Dennis Odoi performance na otimi bench wo dia na so e ma eno nye problem dey o problem na say Dennis Odoi okonachi a wontumi ma Ali du say du bebo a no so ntumi nkonanim oda kire ho na de achi. So the game for World Cup Obama here no he was extremely defensive but wa my offensive output. That was the problem. The coach ne person obo infinity tawefo no ya na ope fullback e be kwaba in thereby choosing Dennis Odoi. But Odoi no okwa owo hompo a problem. How on earth and Dennis Odoi form will say otim bench Ali Dusedu e wa Afcon. So Ali you have a lot of work to do in order to get back to this team because Sheni age Dennis Odoi age our professor Eddie two free rap and Patrick Schindler there. I think he has to find something to do because he changing Niema Eddie Wire blaster. We need these changes and Sanya call Oban Fifi also manager is a problem. Salis a quality player. But the partner pa or then a born in China why. Tournament here buy so kakra tournament and I say and you need the rebirth of or main kind of rebirth, main kind of birth of your new midfield partnership. Yeah, you got that right. Tournament num ena ye hu say Ashimeru on Salis bar ebeye yie na de Kudus drum animu a na all the three na Kudus anim in a force na Kudus betimi akọ abe support we mo. We didn't see their partnership in friendly matches. Afcon num obia hu the team na oba na ho ena ekonya the birth of this partnership. Yes, because the manager thought say double six is in be adwuma but do no it never worked. And this guy Salis taking over alongside Majid Ashimeru. But even with that, none of the games none of midfield will be completely. And you're gonna be changing midfield and signing a game no. Now my problem na say, Baba Idris will be a Juma and answer on ye. Baba any issues baby. But any question you man pressure the coach and the selling no. Baba Idris went to me and my standard. Shanachi now. The best game for Baba Idris, he's got the support of Thomas Partey. Or G I know you know, or G I know you know, but wait here. Or Gia just so senior odi progress. All progress on near challenge or keeping a kakra or keeping a kakra near close no. It's been the key issue. I confirm me for this and seminar at the buyer. Now ya kwa concrete do say na ogidie e o magida shimerumo. So Chris, wow should two in the fourth. It's quite unfortunate. Now what check start ni nyina no a yenwie Chris. Jonathan Sowa of Mediama, a local player, when you have 59 minutes and at the boy at the man Chris Hughton and a blaster out of the available minutes or 720. Fatau Abdul Hamidu, similar team, Media Macrona, 90 minutes of ball solid out of 3 games or possibly 270 minutes. And also so Ubenya start and Ewo Oba Onimo, Nuruddin Abdullah, Media Mahona, only 1 minute grant out of 90 minutes and what they call ye. Richmond Lamte, so sad based on the fact we've discussed many things erroneously that happened in our midfield. Yet Richmond 1 minute cry out of these available minutes. Now Oba see how they are. Chris 1,170 minutes of game time and a demand blaster, but unfortunately 4 local boys we nyina no okay ka omomre ke kamre aswaji kobokobo na dia kwhye muke kan nyina bomu a just 13%, 12.7%. Now I'm running down as 13 minutes, 13% of game time and a Chris me hu abranka say me say hu baba yara me hu akra because to the bibia ni nyina mu no just 13%. And with my local players. So, we met me a coach because here for players and offer from whatever. But the free hub, dear now the back player B and as a coach B, where Jai Blaster no echo. A dear dinner on the back Chris Hughton. I mean, I need a train farmer say Joe. For another time, your local players earn your confidence in the coach. Or you can reverse it. The coach never had the confidence in the boys. Unfortunately, 13% for local boys say Joe. And the manager no edema. Local players, Diagnosis,
okay.
Said you kind,
Newton Latte Marie Jata, as usual. Odia famua yɛgidi yɛ paa sɛ mo follow no yie papa. Na okay bia nso no yɛde ato yɛadwene so